Okay, so there's no engineer to the contract in
3915.
3915, right? How is that different to 3910, where your engineer to the contract is the same company that does your design?
Yeah, that's a conflict of interest too. Absolutely. And I'm sorry to all the, I used to work at Becker, and I don't want to bring them into it specifically. But
no, it's not just Becker. There's multiple other companies that do that.
There is. There's heaps.
Like how is that different?
No, it's not different. That's exactly right. Because if you have an issue and it becomes a design issue, are they completely able to isolate themselves and say, no, this is a design issue? If it's their own company...
Mate, there's never a design problem if that's the case.
Oh, that's exactly right.
So there's no difference then, is there?
That's right.
Oh,
but
mate.
at least in the situation where we go in 3915, and we're doing a big 10-house development in Mission Bay at the moment on a 3910 contract.
3910?
Yep. An independent QS, like a bank QS, who is also acting as the engineer to contract.
PQS?
Yep. And the best thing about it, in my view, is at least if we have, the client and I have a disagreement, which doesn't happen very often really, because it's our spec, our design, our build. No, it doesn't happen often at all. That job's going fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, it's hard to believe, but possible.
Okay.
If we had a disagreement, we would present it to the engineer to contract at the monthly project control meeting, and they would make an assessment based on the information that we give them. That's fantastic. Oh, it's like independent person, thank goodness. If they turn around and say, no, it's your issue.
But they're seldom independent though, right?
Well, mainly they're being paid by the client. Yeah, so
100%
that makes it hard.
paid by the client.
Yeah, but their role under the contract is to be independent. So at least if we disagreed that they were being independent, that'd be a hard one to prove, of course. But you could take other steps in that regard. But at least you have...
Which costs you more money.
I know. But at least you have a separate one. But just further to that job, we are design and build. So they had the site, we came up with...
So you're 3916 on that then?
No. So we did the design as a separate agreement.
Okay.
And then we went into the build, and then we've got this, it's in the contract, we're like, is there something else, if there's some kind of design issue, whose responsibility? No, that's ours, because we designed it for you. And so we had a couple of things that had to be remediated by our builder, because the architect's drawings had a detail or two missing or whatever. That's just us. We just saw that. Contingency, it comes out of the bottom line, whatever it does. But the clients love it. We've only got a handful of variations, and those variations are for power usage, because we excluded it, and for things that their buyers have wanted to change to the build.
Yeah, because you're in control of the design. You can build in buildability. You can come up with the most efficient methodology. You can build in products into the design that you can procure.
We put all of our products in the spec, in the contract, as part of the design. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's working so well.
Yeah, right.
So it can work.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, you're only one disagreement away from it all going pear-shaped. So you never know exactly where.
Because that's the thing, right? As a builder, all you need is that one thing to go wrong.
I know.
You need that one transformer from Sweden to take another additional 20 weeks.
That's it. That's exactly right. And that's the worst thing about building. Sorry, here we go. Now, here I go off the deep end, because I'm like, man, I'd just like to sell jet skis or sell Japanese cars or something else than building, because building is so tricky. What we are doing is we're collating a whole lot of people from high wage to minimum wage, putting them all together and getting them to put something together with their hands. Do you think there's going to be mistakes? Oh my God, yes. There's always mistakes, and they happen every single day. Our role is to turn up to work expecting to have to solve someone's problem. You have to do it every day.
But here's the thing, right? We've just been doing it since we started building the pyramids.
I know. Yeah, well, it hasn't changed. Yeah. So maybe it was my silly decision to go down this path in the first place.
Anyways, mate, interesting insights. Thank you for your insights on differences between 3910 and 3915. It's I've never been part of 3915 before, so So I've never. I mean, you don't need a planner.
Yeah, no, that's right.
When you're using 3915, what's the point?
Yeah,
but no, it's quite interesting.
Yeah,
good chat.
Yeah.
Perfect. Fuck, you're getting a lot of 1 minute clips off that.
There were lots in that one.
Yeah. Okay. Where do you want to go?
Up to you.
Up to me.
Jeez, man, I'm easy.
Mate, there's no fucking pressure here, eh?
Can talk about anything for ages. That's why. So Bob Foster is the guy that I was talking about from Arrow. I'd rather not use his name on here.
Yeah.
But his.
You know it's recorded now.
Oh, whatever. Look, he's a really good friend / mentor. He's been brilliant. And he always said when I first met him, I met him on my birthday at my sister-in-law's wedding in about 2009 or something, and. It was there. He's like, I don't get how you're an engineer, because he's an ex-engineer as well. He's a little bit more like a typical engineer who's a bit removed, a bit quieter, smart. I'm not smart, nor am I quiet. That's kind of probably why they didn't think I was an engineer. But the art of a good engineer that then come builder, let's say, is the ability to come up with a really good solution and then really sell it. And that's, I guess, where they saw my strength.
Yeah, right.
I mean, there's no one more passionate about the stuff that we do than me. So that's kind of where it all transpired, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Let's get into something quite related to that, shall we? Yeah, okay.
Ready?
Do you want to know the question I'm going to ask you?
No, you just hit it. Oh, I'm fine, mate. What's the worst that can happen? I start diverting and start talking about snow ski trips to Japan.
That would be awesome.